Don't you tell me not to care.
Don't you tell me not to care.
That's my brother over there.
That's my brother over there.
That's my sister over there.
That's my sister over there.
Sound off.
1, 2,
Sound off.
3, 4.
We're him all home.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Goodbye, Америка, где не был никогда. Прощай навсегда. Возьми банджо, сыграй мне на прощанье.
It's long been my belief that if we got all of the soldiers together, there would be no more war. When I got a call from Tom Birch to be part of the delegation of American veterans to tour the Soviet Union, it came as an answer to a lifelong dream. In the spirit of brotherhood, we met with the Soviet veterans to share our experiences and to find ways to mutually assist each other.
Bring home! Win! 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 POW! Bring home! POW! Bring home!
In a dark cell or a bamboo cage, Americans wait. Prisoners of war, their only crime serving their country to promote freedom in this world. Yet, they are not free. Some have waited more than 40 years. We want them home. We want them home now.
There were no strings attached. They were there to offer support to Soviet veterans in exchange for assistance from the Soviet government in securing the release of prisoners of war from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. The members of the American delegation representing 400,000 veterans worldwide included Tom Birch, 5th Special Forces Vietnam, Chairman of the National Vietnam Veterans Coalition, Delegation Chairman. Tony Diamond, Korean War veteran and USO entertainer in Vietnam, Executive Director of Bravo and veteran organizer. Lamont Gaston, 3rd Marine Division, Vietnam, President of Vietnow and veteran organization consultant. The Reverend John Steer, 173rd Airborne, Vietnam, addiction specialist. Bill Bennett, 1st Cavalry, Vietnam, General Secretary to the National Vietnam Veterans Coalition, delegation advisor and translator. John Snyder, 1st Logistical Command, Vietnam, small business advisor. Mike Van Atta, Ranger, Vietnam, prisoner of war expert. Psychologist Victor DeFazio, U.S. Army, Vietnam, post-traumatic stress disorder specialist. Cheryl Ann Smith, 1st Marine Division, Vietnam, videographer and director of Bravo Television. Dr. Lonnie Rex, president of the David Livingston Foundation, international food and medical assistance specialist. The Soviet host to the American delegation was Mikhail Goryunov, who served as a corporal in the Afghanistan War. It was his invitation to the delegation that made the following events possible.
Maybe 10 in the Senate.
Okay, we have 100 senators, and 10 of them are Vietnam veterans. And
10 из сенаторов — это ветераны Вьетнама.
And in the House of Representatives,
И в
435
Палате представителей
Zenov, and
45,
about maybe
значит,
30 of those are Vietnam
45
veterans.
ветеранов Вьетнама, и еще в Конгрессе около 30.
In the Bush administration of very high appointees, we have about 15.
И даже очень в администрации Буша на очень высоких постах около 15 ветеранов Вьетнама.
And one of our goals is to put our people in positions of power.
Is that his goal also?
А у вас тут тоже такая же цель, значит?
Да,
Yes,
да,
the goal is quite
yes,
the same. Это точно, что никогда common, and it unites us.
дело борьбы за достижение мира,
Yes, we are
за
fighting together
достижение
for peace,
добра.
for friendship. Это значит, одна из целей, чтобы привлечь внимание. Now it's on the human level, not on the political. When we says that one or we are not the enemies. We are trying to become friends. Yura says. We remember the meeting at Elba. The Elba, yes.
Да, и в плане того, что
Yes, in Sverdlovsk there will be a meeting with soldiers who fought in Vietnam.
насколько она будет tактичная эта встреча, то есть
But
их отношение к
yes,
этому.
what's your attitude? Is it?
Sure.
What do you think?
We would like that. We'd love that. We would like that.
Они бы,
Very
так сказать, были
positive.
не против, а даже наоборот.
We had met the Soviet Afghani vets, and as we discussed our political systems, in the back of my mind was the future meeting of the Soviet Vietnam veteran, our former adversaries. How would we accept them? How would they accept us?
The chairman of the all ministers, Ryzhkov, is working here, and he has come from Sverdlovsk. He has worked and lived in Sverdlovsk, the same as Yeltsin. Yeltsin, the president of our Russia Republic, also yes, began in Sverdlovsk. Yes.
I guess the key city and the key, city for rising to prominence used to be Gorky, and now it's Sverdlovsk.
Yes. Да.
У них тоже так же много военных в парламентах партий.
And are your military men active in political life? You have seen many generals in our party, Communist Party.
Yes.
It's the same in your country.
They don't allow
Нет,
military.
нет.
It's total separation.
Это у них строгое разделение.
We were the first Americans permitted in Sverdlovsk in the Urals, a region closed even to Russians since 1932.
We have already told you that it is very difficult for a foreigner to go to Sverdlovsk because it is a closed city.
Но благодаря тому, что и Верховный Совет любит город Свердловск, и Михаил обладает большой пробойной силой.
But you know that Afghanistan veterans can do even impossible things. Sverdlovsk has a famous history.
До революции назывался город Екатеринбург.
Before the revolution, it has another title. It was called after the wife of Peter I. It was called Yekaterinburg. And maybe you know that the last Tsar of Russia was killed there in Sverdlovsk.
We were met by the deputy mayor of Sverdlovsk, where we learned the cost of freedom of speech.
I'm quite excited. For 28 years, I was a member of the anti-aircraft forces. And for all those long years, I studied the would-be enemy. On the 1st of September 1983, our interceptor shot down a Korean airliner. 160 civilians perished. I expressed my discontent and disagreement to my commanding officer. He told me that they were just carrying out orders. I told him that the American Lieutenant Calley was just carrying out his orders in Song Mi, and his deed was condemned by the Americans. Why should our moral values be any different? For the mere comparison of this situation, I was expelled from the party, deprived of my rank, and sent to the North Pole. That was 1983. Today, thanks to Glasnost, I'm free to speak my mind. And indeed, I'm even a member of the city council. These changes are great, and they are real. And that's why I'm so excited that I can be here today to speak with you. Oh, just one more thing. Our country is faced with great problems. Many of our civilians have lost hope for freedom and democracy, and indeed are leaving their mother country in search of happiness. Your visit here has renewed our hope.